Marcus, with Carson taking virtually every rep except for the live stuff, is the feeling, barring a setback, we're going to get him as much work as we can in the next couple weeks?
That's the plan. I mean, that's why, because he's able to take 7-on-7. He doesn't have to worry about like a defense, getting stepped on by an O lineman or a D lineman. So he's able to take all the reps, which is good for him, even if he's working with the entire roster with the receivers. We just want him to get caught up with the work.
I mean, how's he look?
I think he looks good. Yep.
Surprised at how well he's picked it up so quickly with 3 weeks from surgery?
No, I mean, he stayed locked in the entire time. So he was in it mentally. We saw him lead up to this progress inside, working out indoors before, we kind of made it public. So we kind of got a head start of where he was at, and he looked good.
Frank, you kind of mentioned wanting to see him on consecutive days and, to get him out here and have the kind of practice he had today now on a consecutive day. That's got to be encouraging, right?
Oh, definitely. Like, I was talking to him today, and he said he was naturally sore just from being training camp. Not the foot, just like body soreness, just from, going back-to-back days. But that's what he has to work out, and that's, getting himself back into shape to be able to handle that. But I thought he looked good today.
With the timing that he's shown with the receivers, did that surprise you at all? He only had 2 days with him before he got hurt.
No, not at all. I mean, as long as he stays his footwork in rhythm, then the timing's going to be there. There's a few things that we got to iron out because we were putting some new passes in there this week for him as well, so we got to iron out those kinks as well.
When you guys have to break down the receiver position, it seems like this is a good, bad thing for you guys because of you've got so many guys that have shown so much into it. How tough do you think it'll be to kind of get whether you guys keep 5 or 6 receivers with the group you've seen this year?
It's going to be hard. I mean, they're making it hard on us because they're all playing so well. We got a good group. Ballard and his staff brought in some good players in here, and we're happy for it. We got a lot of weapons that we're ready to work with, and so it's going to be some tough decisions.
What's impressed you most about Strong Michael?
Just his development as far as picking up, just learning the game. That's the biggest thing for him. Learning the game, learning the techniques of the DBs. And then, I mean, obviously, just what you see physically, his size, that he could do something different because of his height, his catch radius, his strength, something that could add a dimension to our offense.
What have you come to appreciate about Zach Pascal?
I mean, he's an all-around player. I mean, he does everything right. He's physical, he's tough. He's essentially the leader of the group. He sets the tempo, he sets the toughness of that receiver group. And I mean, he's been in the offense for so long, so he knows the offense in and out. He knows every position, so he's just reliable. And you love that, especially as a coach, and then obviously as a quarterback, you love that.
Talk about him being the leader of that group and his background as a guy who got cut a couple times, worked his way up through special teams. How does that set the tone for that group then?
Well, it sets the tone because he worked his way to that position, and he did it just through the effort that he put on the field, through practice and in games. His body of work kind of put him in that position where he feels comfortable enough to be the leader of that group between him and T.Y. there.
One other wide receiver question. Desmond Patman, do you feel like he has come on a little bit especially in the game?
He has. He's played extremely well, and I'm excited for him. You can see the development, going into his second year, that, it just takes some time for them, and then all of a sudden it starts clicking. The game's slowing down for him because he actually looks better in the games than sometimes he does at practice, which is excellent. We can live with that. So he's just going to continue and improve, and we're excited for his development.
I feel like you finally got something at left tackle with Davenport, playing pretty well the last couple of weeks and then playing pretty well Saturday.
Getting very comfortable with him. He's done a good job. Obviously he started late because he missed some days early in camp. But he has come on strong, picking up the offense, and then getting settled in with those guys, and he's looked strong for us.
Do you want to see him at all on the right side? Just because I think eventually he will want to be the swing tackle for you guys.
He's got to be able to do both, yeah, no doubt.
Get him over there. I mean, preseason game or anything like that?
Well, I'll let Strauss take care of that. We'll work on that. Yeah, we got to get him ready for game 1 too.
Whatever happens at left tackle, do you feel like it gets a little more stabilized if you get Ryan back there now, and hopefully you're close to getting Quentin in there with full team? How does that impact left tackle, just stabilizing those other spots?
It helps a lot. I mean, especially when you get Ryan back, the leader of that group, the voice of that group, pre-snap, making all the calls, making sure the communication is right. That helps a lot. And then going to get Q back. We're starting to get it starting yesterday in the walkthroughs to have those guys in there. It's going to help Julian that much more just because, they've been in the system for so long. They know the calls. They're going to keep, make sure he's going to the right guy.
Quentin seems to have an ability to see things, too, that are, like, not in his vision and, like, will help out where he's not even asking him. Am I right?
No, you are. He's sharp. He's a sharp kid, and he understands the game. Sometimes Ryan gets upset at him because Q's trying to make the calls when it's Ryan's job, but they're having fun with it. But no, he sees the game real well. Great instincts, great awareness. Knows when he could leave and help, and he does a great job with that.
As far as Carson's recovery, what's kind of the next? We said string practices together. What's kind of the next step you want to see out of him in terms of being ready for the game?
When he's I don't know the exact time frame as when he could take team reps, but when that time frame is up, I'll be looking forward to that. But right now, I think we're getting a lot of good work with him right now between individual drills and 7-on-7.